I used to think the late-night bus was safe, just a ride home. But that night, every time I looked up, their eyes were already on me. Welcome to Dead Glance.
The bus smelled like metal and old fabric. The driver's radio crackled now and then, but no music played. It was just past midnight. I sat near the middle, backpack on my lap, counting stops until home. Only 4 other people were on the bus. An old man asleep in the back, a woman near the front with her hood pulled tight, and 2 men who had gotten on together. They sat across the aisle, whispering, eyes flicking my way. At the next stop, the woman with the hood got off. The 2 men shifted seats, sliding closer to me, though plenty of space was free. My chest tightened. Their whispers stopped. I felt their eyes on me. The aisle feels like it's shrinking around me. Do I move closer to the driver? Or stay frozen in my seat? I stayed still, gripping my backpack straps tighter. The men leaned back, pretending to relax. One tapped the pole with his knuckles, steady, like a rhythm. The driver didn't look back once. The bus rolled on into darker streets. I checked the route map above the window. My stop was still far. The city outside looked empty. Shutters down, sidewalks bare. In the reflection of the glass, I saw one of the men glance at the other, then at me again. The old man in the back coughed and shifted. One of the men laughed under his breath, too loud for the quiet bus. The sound made my skin crawl. I wished the driver would glance back, but he kept his eyes on the road. The bus slowed at a light. I glanced toward the doors, wondering if I could get off early. One of the men leaned forward suddenly and said, "Hey, what's the time?" His tone was too sharp, like he already knew. I muttered the time without pulling out my phone. He grinned and nudged his friend. They both leaned back again, still watching me. My mouth went dry. My phone was at 8% battery. I gripped it like a weapon, though it felt useless. The bus passed under a flickering streetlight. For a moment, their faces looked hollow, sharp shadows making their eyes sink deeper. My heart pounded as I shifted closer to the aisle, ready to move if I had to. One of them slid into the seat directly across from me. He stared openly, smiling faintly. His friend whispered something I couldn't hear. My hands were sweating, my legs tense. And the bus feels too small to breathe. Do I press the stop button now? Or wait and hope? I hit the button. The bell dinged, loud in the silence. The man smiled wider. The driver nodded without looking back. The bus slowed toward the next stop, but the men didn't move. One of them reached into his jacket, slowly. My mind raced. What if he was just grabbing a phone? What if it wasn't? I slid my backpack tighter to my chest. The old man in the back snored loudly, the sound sharp and wrong in the tension. The bus stopped. The doors hissed open. Cold night air spilled inside. I didn't move right away. The men watched me, waiting to see if I'd stand. My heart hammered so hard it hurt. I stepped into the aisle. One of the men stood too as if stretching. The driver cleared his throat but said nothing. The doors stayed open longer than usual. Every second felt heavy, like the bus itself was holding its breath. I stepped off onto the empty street. The doors closed behind me with a final hiss. The bus pulled away slowly. My stomach dropped when I saw the reflection in the window. Both men had also stepped off. The bus rolled away, leaving me in silence. Street lamps buzzed. I walked fast, pretending to check my phone. Their footsteps followed, steady, just far enough to not seem obvious. My shadow stretched long in front of me. I reached the corner. One path led down a dark street toward my apartment. The other led to a small all-night shop with lights still on. My chest tightened as I weighed my chances. One road black as a pit, the other glowing faint with neon. Do I head into the shadows of home? Or toward the lit shop? I turned toward the shop. Their pace quickened behind me. The neon sign buzzed ahead like a lifeline. I pushed forward, legs burning, heart racing. My backpack straps dug into my shoulders. Just as I reached the door, one of them called out, "Hey, you dropped something." My hand shook on the door handle. I hadn't dropped anything. Their footsteps closed in fast. I yanked the shop door open. A bell rang above me. The clerk's eyes widened. Behind me, the men's shadows stretched across the glass. One hand slapped the door before it shut. The last thing I heard was the clerk whisper, "Not again."
You made it to the end. This time. But every ending opens another door. 2 more stories wait for you now. Choose carefully and subscribe before the darkness chooses you.